All right, Devin, request you to stay with us. We're joined by our first corporate, then we come back to you. KEI Industries, that's the stock in focus. They reported their quarter one numbers. Well, the company has seen a strong growth on a year-on-year basis, though it's coming in on a low base. There's good traction seen in exports as well as domestic cable sales. Though there's been a decline sequentially, obviously that's owing to a high base. Further, KEI has seen a contraction of margins due to the big bump up we've seen in raw material costs. The good news, though, is that from now on, RM costs are likely to cool off. Well, Mr. Anil Gupta, the chairman and managing director of the company, joins us on the show. Morning, Mr. Gupta. Thanks so much for joining in, sir. If I compare your numbers on a year-on-year basis, it may not be very, very fair. So what I'm doing is I'm comparing this quarter with the quarter pre-COVID. That's quarter one FY20. And if I compare KEI's numbers with the peers, maybe with the Havells, with the Polycab as well, it appears that you're gaining market share because you're growing at a faster clip. If you do have a market share number, could you update us on that? And could you confirm whether you have gained market share? Go ahead.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. I do not know or exactly the numbers, what market share we have gained, but we are definitely focusing on our growth. Basically, the growth has come from B2C. We are increasing our retail footprint and dealers across India and grown the number of dealers by almost 200 in last 1 year. So we are basically encroaching wide spaces where we were not available earlier. Our products were not available. So we have, grown somewhat from there. But apart from that, we are highly focused on, our marketing activities and cost control. That is the reason that we are competitive and we are able to gain the market share by a few percentage.
Yeah, but do you have that percentage number, Raf? Because you have grown. If I look at your overall cables business, I think KEI is up by close to 18% in comparison to a pre-COVID level. While Havells as well as Polycab, they are up between 13 to around 15%. So that's the sense I get. So do you have any kind of number, maybe 100 basis points increase or 50 basis points, if you could put a number to that? And also, since there is so much of focus on B2C, and that business has scaled up from 35% all the way to around 45%. Are you spending more as well on ads as a percentage of sales? What was it? Where is that headed? Go ahead.
See, I don't have any numbers that how much percentage share we have gained. So far as, focus is concerned, for last 2-3 years, I have been consistently saying that our focus is to increase our retail footprints and availability of our products across India, even in the smaller cities. So that is the focus that has been the reason for our growth. I do not want to compare what our peers have done. So, but our focus will remain on continuously growing, even our institutional sales as well, and as well as exports. We have done quite well in exports also, growing by almost 2.5 times. Although I don't say that it is that growth, because last year numbers were very low. So this is low base which has led to this.
Let's talk a little bit about input costs, because in this quarter, your EBITDA margins on a year-on-year basis went down by 45% because of the rising input costs. But we've seen some cool off on a quarter-on-quarter basis for input costs. Can you tell us on an average, where do you see the margins for the full year?
See, our margin EBITDA has declined by around 1% compared to same period last quarter. But we have definitely improved from the March quarter, quarter-on-quarter basis. Definitely this cooling down of prices will be an improvement in the times to come. But as I've been saying that we are consistently maintaining our input, inventory vis-a-vis our orders booked on a consistent basis. And that is the reason even when the prices were going up, we were consistent. But definitely it should gain. Secondly, some of the costs like advertising and some other costs, traveling, that has gone up because of, the COVID restrictions have gone, and there is a lot of traveling and a lot of other ad costs. So that has also led to some reduction in the EBITDA at this level.
Able to take enough price hikes to pass on the higher costs? And if yes, how much of the price hikes been so far, and any more that you plan to take?
There's no question of any price hikes anymore because the input costs have corrected. So actually, in last 2 months, we have cut down the prices 2 or 3 times, and I think we are now at the level.
All right, Mr. Gupta, before we let you go, exports clearly have shown good traction in the first quarter. For the year, what do you end up with? Around 700, 750 crores. Is that a doable number? I think you indicated that in the past. And also top line growth of what, 15 to around 17%. Do you want to up that?
Yeah, we expect to grow by around 16 to 17% in the top line. And exports, as you said, that last time I gave the number of 750 to around 750 crore, and I still maintain it. We should be able to maintain it or even better it. And overall growth of the full year maybe 16 to 17%.
Okay.
Okay, 16 to 17% growth. All the best. That's KI Industries. Their focus is on increasing their retail footprint, and they do say that they have sufficient inventory, which has given them a bit of a cushion to the margins. This stock has been doing exceptionally well in the last 12 months. It's risen almost 70%, and the growth has been good this quarter as well. But let's go, go across to the next story, which is talking about the ongoing 5G spectrum auctions. The government has received bids worth almost 1.5 lakh crores on day one, which saw 4 rounds of bidding. Let's go across to Ashmit Kumar for more.